Episode of Demystified as we explore home cooking in a modern world. Hi, I'm Linda and I'm here with Joel. Hi Joel.
Hey Linda.
How you going?
All good, all good.
This is our Friday from the kitchen wrap up and it's been an interesting week, Joel.
It's been a crazy week. It's a crazy week around the world, I think, and certainly it's starting to get more and more crazy here in Melbourne.
Well, I can't blame COVID-19 for my laptop being flooded last week in the rain. That's all thanks to incorrectly installed range hood system.
And crappy service people.
Yes, well, you'd think 4 of them that had been out to look at it would have fixed it. But no, it got flooded. My laptop's now being looked at by Beyond the Box and I've got a loaner device. So we don't have any of our music, our usual things. I've been a bit stressed.
Yes.
It hasn't been a good week.
I don't think I've ever seen you as stressed as you were when you brought your laptop in last week after it was water damaged.
And Paul's away, and I got a motivational text from Paul, which I've never had, which was lovely. And but I realised I must have been a bit out of control, so I had to manage my stress a bit.
But the laptop is being fixed, so all good.
Hopefully we'll have it back next week. I miss it. But apart from that, from the kitchen, this week's wrap-up, I know Paul's been doing a lot of work with chicken. I think there's some instructional videos coming out soon, which is good. I always love watching him sort of when he's in full chef mode, breaking apart food.
Yeah.
It's he does it so precisely.
Yep.
So envious.
Well, we had a long weekend this week with the Labor Day weekend here, and we had a bit of it was a birthday celebration at my place with lots of guests. So Paul very generously donated some of his time to prepare a bunch of food for me to cook. So that was awesome. We did a bunch of butterflied chickens with a really delicious Moroccan spice rub, and so he showed me how to do all of that stuff in the kitchen the other day, which was pretty good because I can't say I've ever butterflied a chook before. So he makes it look super simple. And really, it's, I guess, in theory, it is pretty simple, but he just makes it look effortless. And but suffice to say, I had 4 delicious chickens that I threw on the barbecue as per his very strict instructions as to my cooking times and prep and everything else. And I have to say that everybody raved about the chicken being amazing. I did lamb on the spit as well, which was pretty awesome. But the chicken was just fantastic. Like, so much so that my brother-in-law, I heard him say to his partner, I think this is the best chicken I've ever had in my life. And she said, like, even better than those places we went to in Texas a couple of years ago. And he said, yep, even better than the chicken that we had in the Texas places. So
isn't that great?
Yeah, no, it was very good. And he made some unbelievably delicious creme caramels for dessert, which didn't last very long, I have to say. So no, it was very, very good, very good. Ate too much, drank too much, drank too much, and drank too much. But it was good. Everyone had a great time.
Sounds like a typical weekend at your place, John.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Well, following the podcast that we did where Paul talked about adapting recipes, I tried a very old recipe that we've had of just making a very simple loaf of bread. And it's just a really easy little cob loaf. And
was that our easy bread one?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one of Paul's recipes. It was one that we've had in the family for a long time. And you cook it I cook it in a crock pot with a lid, and it's just a very simple little loaf. And I tried that because I have been making Paul's recipe normally at home, or trying the baguettes. Dougie loves the baguettes, but I tried adapting it, and it was interesting because it normally takes 3 to 4 hours resting on a bench top. And I must say, I hadn't thought about it for a little while until Paul was talking about that in the podcast. So I tried that, and I shortened the time and put it in the steam oven on 40. And rather than resting it for 3 hours, I rested it I put it in the oven for 30 minutes, took it out, hadn't really done what it needed to do, put it in for another 30 minutes. So it was still an hour out of the 3-hour process. And then I took it out and cooked it. And the result was pretty good. I probably should have left it in there a little bit longer in hindsight. But, you know, the message that Paul gave in that podcast, which was take one of your favourites, give it a go. And I tried it and it was great.
Yeah, terrific.
Yeah, so I think everyone should try that. I think particularly for those people, as we know, Joel, because you answer most of them, that we get so many people wanting to know how to adapt their favourite recipe, when really it's not about the spices or the ingredients, it's more about just the time and the temp.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to listen to that Adapting Recipes podcast. And
well, it only went up just the other day because of the problems that I've had with my laptop. But we've got past, well, we haven't got it past yet, but hopefully soon, Joel, will be past this technical glitch that we've got. But
well, we've got plenty of time to deal with all of those issues in the privacy of our own offices, because we won't be allowed to go outdoors anymore by the way things are. Like today, there was everything's been cancelled today. Woke up this morning to hear that no public gatherings over 500 people, all of that sort of stuff. So I guess the kids will be home from school next week. And
it's going to be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, music festivals, car racing, everything cancelled today. Crazy.
Well, I hope if you're going to be stuck at home next week looking after your young'un, I hope you've got lots of toilet paper and pasta, because apparently they're premium items now, Joel.
Yeah, yep.
But good luck to everybody out there who is impacted by this, particularly the casual workers and the small business owners, because it's going to be tough for a little while until we ride this out. So, yeah, well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week in our Friday From the Kitchen wrap-up. Bye, Joel.
See ya.